Okay, everyone, listen up. We made it. Barely. Everyone can go home now, but I need Derek and Mario to stay and finish the assembly and packaging.
God, I wish we could go home too.
Don't let Frank hear you say that. Then he'd never let us leave.
I'm really starting to hate making these things. Like, what is this even supposed to be?
I don't know, man. Frank won't really explain. We've had weirder designs from customers, though. Remember those fancy faucets that look like mushrooms?
Those were faucets?
I hope so.
I think they're for hippies.
The faucets?
No, these. Who else would pay for something like this?
I don't think hippies have money, do they?
Oh, right.
They could just be part of something else. Like those weird hinges we made a couple months ago.
Those were hinges?
Mario, Derek, how's the work coming? You boys have something you want to share?
No, sir.
I just was asking Mario if this piece was molded right.
Let me see that. This looks fine, Derek. Mario, sand this one down on the grinder.
Frank, we're beat. Can't we just go home now and pick this up on Monday?
No can do, Mario. Customer's taking delivery tomorrow morning. You could have left just now if you'd kept up with everyone else today.
Come on, Frank. We're still down one guy at our station ever since Carter left.
I don't want to hear it. It's not my fault he ran off to Canada or wherever he went.
All right, Frank. I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to...
It's nothing, Frank. I'll get this sanded right now.
That's what I thought. Look, you two. This customer has paid us a lot for a quick turnaround. Customers like these are the ones who keep the lights on.
You were saying?
What the hell?
What happened, Frank?
Just some kind of power outage. The generator should kick in any second. Both of you, stay right where you are.
What are they?
Sounds like voices, maybe?
No, I mean, what are those? Up there in the rafters.
Whoa.
That's just red light reflecting through the windows.
I don't think so. Look, 1, 2, no, 3 of them zipping around. Look out! That one's coming this way! Duck!
That was not a light! What just happened?
Frank?
Why don't we just pack up for the night?
What? You just said...
I know what I said, and now I'm saying pack it up. We've had a long day. We're all tired. Seeing things.
Seriously? You think we imagined all that?
Well, obviously the power's going haywire. It's not safe. I'll get someone to come look at it. Let's just go home. We'll pick things up on Monday.
But isn't the customer...
They can wait.
Okay.
The heck was that all about?
I've been hearing stories about weird stuff like this going on around here. Started around the time Carter stopped showing up.
You know, that's the thing. I could have sworn... Never mind. Probably my imagination.
Hold on, I have something in my wallet someone gave me a few weeks ago. Here it is. It's a business card. Maybe this guy can help.
Huh. Earnest Salazar's Incorporeal Investigations.
Thanks for the night out, Michael. I had a really good time.
The movie wasn't too scary?
Nah, I've seen way scarier.
Yeah, that supernatural stuff can get a little far-fetched at times.
Yeah.
What's the name of this apartment building again? Porta Ganzo?
Puerto Ganzier.
Oh, no. I have to tell you something, Juliet. I've always been terrible at Spanish.
Half Spanish, anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, puerta means door, but Ganzier doesn't mean anything. At least not in Spanish. Maybe it's the name of the guy that built this place?
Well, I'm not too sure about that. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, not bad for a girl's first apartment.
It's kind of a new building for this area. It's only like, what, 8 years old?
How on earth would you know that?
Oh, no, it's not like a weird thing. It's just what you said earlier about the guy who built this place.
Yeah?
Funny enough, my uncle actually helped build it back when he was in construction as a contractor. On some weekends, he would bring me to the building sites. This is definitely one of them. I remember.
Really? Huh. Small world, I guess.
Small town, more like it.
Well, this is me, right here.
Oh, okay. I had fun tonight.
Me too. I'll text you later?
Definitely.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, okay then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes?
I've never actually seen what the inside of these apartments look like. Do you think I could take a look?
Oh my god. Does that usually work for you?
Not really.
Good night, Michael.
Good night, Jules.
Hello, Juliet. We have a new case.
But wait, you? What?
What?
What are you doing here? Why are you here? How are you here?
Well, I was going to wait for you out in the hall, but you were with that boy, and I didn't want to intrude, so I thought it would be best to just wait in here.
And what if I had brought him inside?
Juliet, how many dates have you had with him?
Oh no, Ernest. You don't get to break into my apartment and criticize my life choices.
Okay, but him? With his lanky silhouette and faded denim jacket? Did you find him in a cornfield, or was he wearing that on purpose?
Ernest, it has been a month. I was beginning to think I had just made you up. You weren't real. And now you're making house calls?
Not real. Juliet, I'm offended you think you could make up such a well-rounded individual like myself. I'm clearly a distinct spirit. You could have just asked Agatha Trudeau, and she would tell you as much.
Madame Trudeau has been on sabbatical in Sedona. She gives up her phone and goes offline. Which you would know if you were a real friend of hers.
Well, to be honest, we don't speak as much anymore. And you never came by the office to receive your payment.
I was there. I went to your office and the place was locked up. And a very rude realtor lady yelled at me.
So you've met Anne.
I don't remember her name.
Well, I did leave the back door open for you.
What? Ernest, I have a roommate, remember? I can't just have ghosts popping in for a visit.
But we have a new case.
A case? Like another haunting?
Sort of. It's too much to go over right now, but if you come by my office tomorrow morning, just before 11, I will explain everything.
Oh, no. I'm not falling for that one again.
There are new tenants now. That realtor lady won't bother you this time.
If you think for 1 second that I'm...
Oh, and can you pick up the Daily Chronicle on the way?
Ernest.
Be there before 11 o'clock. Don't be late.
Ernest. Ernest. Ernest.
Jules,
Christina. Yeah, hey.
were you talking to someone?
No, just talking to myself. Sorry I woke you up.
It's okay. So, how'd your date go?
It was good. Michael's really nice. You were right.
I totally knew you two would hit it off. Promise to tell me more about it tomorrow?
I promise.
Cool. Back to bed for me. Good night.
Good night. You have got to be kidding me.
Table for one?
Oh, no, I'm not here for... I'll just let myself back. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me? Sorry. Ernest?
Oh, good, you're here.
Really? A Chinese restaurant?
Well, I don't pick the tenants. They're certainly less noisy than the vacuum repair shop. Kung Pao chicken is to die for.
Like you would know.
It's what I hear.
Here's the newspaper you wanted.
Excellent. Would you please help me flip through to the crosswords?
The crosswords? I figured you wanted to read about the local disappearances. It's all over the front page.
Why should I be interested in that?
Why should you be interested in crossword puzzles if you can't even fill them out? Can you even lift a pen? Now that I think about it, the only thing I've seen you do is light matches.
That was the first thing I tried to master in terms of manipulating the physical world. It took more than a year of practice, and it's still my best trick by far.
Bad smoking habit?
Nah, those things will kill you. It just seemed like a fundamental ability. You know, man makes fire. Made sense to me at the time, anyway. Are you going to help me or not?
Ernest, you are a ghost.
Isn't that what we were just talking about?
But I have so many questions. Like, why would a ghost be a paranormal investigator?
Well, it's best to stick with what you know. Plus, this spiritual form gives me an added level of expertise.
But you don't even look like a spiritual form. How come you don't appear to me like other ghosts? I've never mistaken one for being alive before. So embarrassing.
Would you prefer the transparent look, like this?
Nice, but it doesn't answer my question.
Spirits can manifest in lots of ways, as you know. Even I haven't seen all of them. But it turns out that appearing solid for someone with your extraordinary clairvoyance is quite easy. It's basically the same effort that keeps me from falling through the floor.
How are you leasing this back office?
I'm still technically the owner. I lease out the storefront as I don't have much need for it.
Wait, so you're in cahoots with that mean realtor lady?
I would never. Agatha Trudeau manages the property for me.
How do you get cases if nobody can even see you? What really led you to investigate Ed and Mary Manor?
Ah, well, that was actually due to Anne, the realtor lady. I overheard her talking about it to the vacuum repair people.
And what about most of the time?
Agatha is kind enough to leave my business cards around town. Like the one she gave you to inquire about the job.
What happens when they show up and you're not here?
Well, it's not easy to find this place, so most of them don't. Ideally, they just call the phone number and it gets picked up by that answering machine.
Oh my god. Ernest, how old is this thing? They actually made them out of wood?
No, it's plastic. Just made to look like wood.
Oh yeah, that makes so much more sense.
Go on, press that button. You've reached Earnest Salazar's Incorporeal Investigations, specializing in the subduction of specters and spirits. I'm not available right now, but please leave the details of your case and a number where you might be reached for an appointment. Or feel free to stop by without an appointment on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Goodbye.
That's from when you were alive?
Obviously, I can no longer keep my Tuesday and Thursday office hours. So now I just listen as people leave their recordings and take it from there.
How did you die?
Juliet, that's really an offensive question.
That's a completely normal question to ask a ghost.
It was a long time ago and I don't like to talk about it.
How long ago? Was it from natural causes? Were you murdered?
Please, Juliet, why don't you just take a seat so I can brief you on the case?
Do you have some kind of unfinished business? Is that why you're a paranormal investigator?
That's unimportant. If you would stop interrogating me, I could tell you that in just a couple of minutes.
Excuse me.
Or now. Now works too.
What? Who are you?
He's our 11 o'clock. Our new case.
Is this Ernest Salazar's Incorporeal Investigations?
Yes, of course. I'm Jules. I'm Ernest's
Assistant.
colleague. Can we help you?
We?
Me. Can I help you?
Yeah. My name is Mario. I left a message yesterday. I think something incorporeal is going on at Frank's Metalworks. It's on the east side of town, in the industrial district.
I see.
Why don't you have him sit down?
Would you like to sit down?
Sure.
Sorry about the mess. My colleague can be a bit of a poltergeist.
Hilarious.
It's no problem.
Can you explain what happened at this Metalworks place? When did the incident occur?
It was last Friday night. Couple of us were working late on this special project.
Special project?
Yeah, some kind of hippie jewelry order. I don't know. Is that important?
Probably not.
Sorry, just trying to get all the details. What happened next?
Well, the lights went out. Then all this wind started blowing through. Things were turning on and off at random. It was like a scene out of that movie that just came out.
I'm familiar. Is that all?
Well, no. There were these red puffs of energy or something. 3 of them, I think. And I heard voices.
Interesting.
I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I swear that one of them sounded like someone I know. Or I knew. This guy Carter. He used to work there, and we'd gotten to be pretty good friends. But last month he just disappeared. Stopped showing up to work, and he won't answer his phone or email. Frank said he ran off to Canada or something, but that never seemed right to me. Carter was a dependable guy, and he wouldn't just ghost me like that. Well, you know what I mean. I think something bad might have happened to him.
Do you have anything that belonged to Carter? Or a photo of him?
Hang on. That's him, right there. Oh, good. I was going to the police next to report him missing, but it looks like somebody already did.
It's usually the landlords.
Thank you, Mario. I think we have enough information to get started.
Can I take this newspaper?
My crosswords!
Sure, Mario. Go ahead.
I don't have a lot of money. How much?
There will be no charge for the initial case evaluation.
There won't?
I'll let you know if we need to cover any expenses.
Should start with the newspaper.
Okay, thanks. I've taken a couple days off to look for another job. You can reach me at the number I left in my voicemail if you learn anything.
Got it. Thanks, Mario. When were you going to tell me we had a client coming?
I couldn't get a word in with your ceaseless questions about matters beyond relevance.
Fine. But don't think we're done with that conversation.
I wouldn't dream of it.
So, what do you think happened to this guy Carter?
Maybe nothing. Sometimes when people have a supernatural encounter, they falsely attribute it to someone they knew. Must be dear old Uncle Norm trying to contact us. Or it's my late wife come back to torment me.
So, his disappearance is just a coincidence?
Perhaps not entirely. I've been hearing about paranormal sightings in that area recently. It's along the canal where all those old factories are situated. Maybe this Carter's disappearance is connected.
Then we should probably start with Frank's Metalworks.
So you're going to help me with the case after all?
I want to help that Mario guy figure out what he saw. And maybe what happened to his friend. Just like you knew I would if I heard him tell his story in person.
Well then, grab the bag.
Oh God, not that bag. Do we really need that right now?
That bag holds all the essentials for paranormal investigation.
Fine, but I'm taking out the bowling ball.
But
Oh, come on, the bowling ball too?
it holds a lot of sentimental value.
Wait, did it just happen to be in your bag when you died? Along with all this other stuff? Were you on your way to go bowling?
That's not important, but you never know when a bowling ball might come in handy.
Right. The Metalworks might have some practice lanes installed in the back.
You never know.
Okay, let's go.
You can drive.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the place. Frank's Metalworks.
The workers appear to be leaving early. Let's go meet the management while they're still around. Bring the bag.
Alright, fine. But my payment better be in solid gold after lugging all this crap around for you.
I will owe you for 2 cases now, but we can discuss that later.
Nope. Sorry, we're closed early today. If you want to submit an order, you'll have to come back tomorrow. Or just go to our website, like everyone else.
Excellent customer service.
Actually, I'm not here for metal. I'm here to ask about the supernatural incidents that have occurred in this area lately.
Supernatural? I'm not quite sure what you mean.
You might need to dumb it down for him.
I'm a paranormal investigator, Juliet De La Cruz. And you are?
Frank.
Oh, the Frank, I guess.
Was my dad originally. I inherited the place. Anything else you want to know?
Well, Frank, do you know anything about ghosts causing a disturbance a few nights ago?
Look, miss, I don't know what you're talking about. We experienced a brief power outage. That's all.
Are you sure? No mysterious wind or disembodied voices?
Where are you getting this from? Was it Derek? That kid's got the brains of a rock. Nothing like that is going on anywhere near this place, all right?
This man wouldn't recognize a ghost if he were standing right in front of one.
Well, if things are as you say, you wouldn't mind if I took a look around, would you?
What? I
won't be long. Just some quick scans. If it really was just a power outage and nothing comes up, then I can move on to the next factory and be out of your hair.
If it'll get rid of you, I'll show you the place. And then you can do your silly magical tests or whatever. If you'll just follow me, Miss De La Cruz.
Call me Jules.
Okay. This side of the factory is the old foundry. We can still produce some alloys ourselves, but these days the focus is on large castings. Iron, steel, non-ferrous. We cast parts for industrial machines, bearing bushings, building materials. If it's made of metal and fairly large, we produce it right here.
I think I followed most of that.
It can get technical, but it's also hard work, forging and fabricating metal. Dangerous, too, if you're not properly trained. Follow me this way.
Has anyone been injured while working here?
Not on my watch.
That seems statistically unlikely.
This side of the factory is the artistic foundry. Here we make smaller objects to more custom specifications. Statues, jewelry, furniture parts, that kind of thing.
This all seems like a lot to manage.
Well, to be honest, we get fewer orders these days for the big castings. It's harder to compete with some of the larger industrial foundries, but I got a good crew and top-of-the-line equipment here for the small stuff. More interesting work, too.
Earlier you confirmed that there was an incident here recently?
It's just as I said. We had a brief power outage the other night. Blew a circuit or a problem with a nearby transformer or something.
Does that happen often?
Of course not. But it's an older building, like most of them in this area. The original was built a long time ago, but I did a lot of renovation when I inherited the business.
When was that?
About 20 years ago. Most of the electrical was redone. Poured new concrete on this side of the place. The works. I even put in a backup generator.
But you still had this power outage the other night?
Look, I don't know why the generator didn't kick in right away. These things happen. I don't see why that means it was a ghost or something.
I'm just trying to rule out the possibility.
Didn't Mario say something about equipment turning on and off?
That's right.
What?
Oh, I mean, it's just that I heard the equipment was going crazy. Turning on and off. That doesn't sound like a power outage to me.
These machines have a lot of moving parts. Even when the power is cut, they can sometimes continue by inertia. And some of them have their own circuit breakers for safety. It's complicated.
Utter nonsense.
I see.
Now look, I've humored you so far. I've shown you the factory, but you're really just looking for answers where there aren't any.
We should run some EMF scans while we're here.
Would you mind if I just ran a quick EMF scan of the area? It should only take a minute or two.
What's an EMF scan?
It detects electromagnetic frequencies that are often present in areas of paranormal activity.
You just won't accept the rational explanations, will you?
You don't end up in my line of work by accepting those so easily.
Yeah. Be quick about it. Just keep away from the power equipment and that grinder wheel.
What's wrong with the grinder wheel?
It's been kind of erratic since the power outage. Just give it a wide berth, all right? I got some paperwork to do.
Okay. Thank you, Frank.
I was beginning to think he'd never leave us be.
Should we do that EMF scan now?
There should be a tape recorder in the bag. Sometimes tape recorders can pick up sounds that are inaudible to the human ear. It's called electronic voice phenomena.
Ernest, I know what EVP is. I don't see a tape recorder in here.
It's made of that plastic that looks like wood.
Of course it is. Whoa, look at this thing. It's huge. Okay. It's just like your answering machine. It uses actual tape.
It's a tape recorder. What else would it use?
Nowadays, these are all digital.
So's this one. See? You use your fingers to operate those buttons. Digital.
No, that's not what... Never mind, Ernest. You're totally right. I use this digit to press record then, shall I?
Good. Now leave it there on the floor.
Can't we just talk to the ghost normally? Seems unnecessary to record audio when I'm a medium and you're... well, you.
We don't even know if these specters are ghosts in the normal sense. But if they are, they're not likely to be in a talkative mood. They would have had to conjure quite a bit of spectral energy to manifest themselves so potently.
So they have to, recharge themselves?
Something like that. Large-scale interactions with the physical plane can limit a spirit's ability to commune for a time, but the tape recorder might pick up audible traces of any latent manifestations still present.
Like echoes?
Not at all. You can't talk to echoes. But if these specters are departed souls, then there'll be an actual consciousness, however partial or faint, that we can interact with. Careful with the bowling ball.
I'm just putting it here by the tape recorder while I find the EMF scanner. Okay, got it.
You scan while I try to ask our spirit some open-ended questions.
Great.
The calibration.
Got it.
Spirits? Spectral beings of Fred's Metalworks?
It's Frank.
Right. What she said. We come now to ask of you, what are you? Why are you here?
I'm not getting any readings.
Strange. We should at least be able to pick up a trace if Mario's account is true.
Maybe your scanner's on the fritz?
Juliet, that's no way to treat scientific equipment. It's working fine. Perhaps something mineral is interfering with the signal. Copper, maybe lead, nickel, or some alloy containing them.
You mean it's true that some metals can shield against supernatural forces?
Indeed. Silver, mostly. There can't be that much silver here, but copper and nickel, even enough tin, can have a weaker effect.
Huh. Seems like it's the metals that have strong antimicrobial properties. Scientists still have questions about how that works exactly.
I'm sincerely impressed with your well-rounded scientific knowledge.
A compliment? First of all, my mother was a nurse, so I've picked up some medical knowledge. And I was drawn to science in school because of my supernatural abilities. Thought maybe I could, I don't know, find the natural explanations for my experiences.
You and me both, Juliet. I always thought that when one died, one would just have those answers. And yet, I still have questions.
Maybe even spirits need science in a way. I mean, you're still using your scientific instruments. Or you're having me use them for you, that is.
Speaking of, you should keep scanning. Oh, spirits of the Metalworks, what is it that you want?
Hang on, Ernest, I think I've got something.
Be careful, Juliet. That's the grinder machine Phil said to stay away from.
It's Frank. The EMF readings are definitely coming from the area of this machine. But why?
Whatever it is, it was not caused by a power outage.
Whoa!
Be careful, Juliet.
Hey, I thought I told you to keep away from that thing.
Sorry, I just had a signal coming from that direction. Didn't realize how close I was getting, and I guess I stepped on this foot pedal on the floor.
That pedal is how the operator turns the grinder on. This is dangerous equipment. I shouldn't have left you unsupervised to wander around looking for the boogeyman.
I didn't mean to...
Look, you've had your fun playing Ghost Hunter, but now it's time to run along and do your little podcast or whatever it is you do. Take your bag and go. Now.
I'm really sorry.
Uh-huh. Goodbye, miss.
Well, that could have gone better.
What now?
Play the tape back. See if we picked anything up.
Ernest? I'm really sorry, but the tape recorder is still inside.
What?
That Frank guy bundled us out so quickly I only had time to take the bag.
Well, it couldn't be helped. I should have paid more attention. You did your best.
Also the bowling ball.
What? Go back in there immediately.
No way! Look, why don't we just call Mario and ask him to pick them up for us on his next shift? What's his number?
Juliet, please put that thing away.
What is your deal with cell phones?
Those things are dangerous. They can cause...
If you're about to go on about how young people are always on their phone and they're gonna rot their brains, I will go home right now.
That's not what I was going to say. But I've been catching up on the topic and you raise an interesting point. For instance...
I mean it, Ernest.
Okay. Fact is, the electromagnetic frequencies those devices generate can interfere with the spirit's ability to manifest on the physical plane.
Oh, so if I ever need you to leave me alone for a while, I can just pull out my phone and...
Juliet, you wouldn't.
What about your old pager? Doesn't it use similar frequencies?
What, this thing?
Yeah.
It's immaterial.
You say that about all my questions.
No, I mean it's immaterial. Here, try to take it.
Whoa.
See?
So it's like a ghost pager?
No, it's an immaterial transdimensional biplanar pager.
A ghost pager. So how does a ghost get an immortal, immaterial, transdimensional biplanar pager anyway?
Same way I got these clothes.
The thrift store?
No.
Oh, I get it. So you happen to have it on you when you died.
And some loose change I could never be rid of. Which brings us to the sensitive topic I was trying to avoid.
Okay. I'll drive back to your office right now and we can call Mario from your landline.
Very well. Then tomorrow we'll try to learn more about the history of this industrial district. Maybe this old foundry itself. I think the information we need is at the public library.
You know, Ernest, I like the library almost as much as you do, but we could have just done some research online first.
Please, would you be able to find history books, newspaper articles, and crossword puzzles online?
Yeah, pretty much everything is online nowadays.
There's nothing sacred.
Nope. And you'll find lots of things that would be far from what you'd call sacred.
You don't mean word searches.
What are we here for, Ernest?
Well, Fritz only told us a little about the Metalworks history.
Frank.
Indeed, and information spoken frankly often proves useful.
You think we'll find more clues in old reference books?
Remember, they've been archiving the county records here ever since the old courthouse burned down, and those aren't online. Still, we'll start with the reference section.
Okay, here are the books you wanted. Steelwork Through the Centuries, Metal in Modern Times, 45 Facts About Factories, and I asked 2 librarians and they both said they don't have Young Guns 2 available to screen in the AV room.
Curses. I've been trying to see that. Let's just look through these books and see what we can find about this Metalworks place.
Way ahead of you. This one's a bust. Nothing about the foundries in this area. I'll check these other 2 before we ask to look at county records.
The reference section. Okay, thanks.
Oh my god.
You found something?
Hey, Ernest, do I look okay?
What? You look like you always do. Why?
Oh no, really?
What's gotten into you? Are you ill?
Shut up, it's Michael.
Oh, I see. It's that young farm boy from the other night.
He's not a farm boy.
Why else would he dress like that?
It's in style. Oh no, he's coming this way.
Really? You know you can't actually hide behind a chair, right?
Juliet?
Oh, Michael, hi. Shh. Sorry. Hi.
Hey, what were you doing down there?
I can't watch this.
Oh, I just dropped something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
He bought that?
What are you doing here?
I'm just doing some research for this paper I've got coming up. It's totally boring. You don't want to know.
Yeah, totally.
I don't get it. Was that a joke?
What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing important.
Excuse me. Paranormal investigation is an extremely important and well-respected...
I mean, I'm just doing some research for work. I'm trying to find information on Frank's Metalworks on the east side of town.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that place. Where all those old factories are, along the canal.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out the whole history of the property and surrounding area.
The property? Oh, is that what you do? You're like a realtor.
A realtor?
Something like that.
Well, have you looked into the old silver mines?
The what?
Way back a long time ago, there was this big mining company that dug out a bunch of silver deposits east of town and basically started up the industrial district.
Silver.
There's all these old pictures of the miners hanging up in City Hall. My uncle told me the story. They would use the canal to bring the ore to where all those factories are. That Metalworks place might have started as a refinery.
I don't have anything here on local mines or refineries.
Those volumes should be right around here.
Let's see.
Couldn't we just look this up online?
Don't you dare.
Hang on. Let's just see what a survey of North American mines might have.
Whoa, that book is huge.
Look, it has a ton of old maps from gold and silver mines all over the country. I'm checking the index.
There. Try that one. The Fisher Silver Mine. The Fishers were one of the early families that settled here. They still have an estate up in Mission Hills.
Okay, here it is. The Fisher Silver Mine, established in 1852. Including the mining of other minerals, it operated on and off for around 70 years. It was closed permanently when it was believed to be cursed. Various unexplained equipment failures, accidents, and deaths were attributed to the presence of evil spirits. believed to be exacting revenge for the desecration of tribal burial grounds.
Is that important? Nobody believes those old legends anymore.
No, it's not important. Why would it be? I just thought it was cool, is all.
This long road that loops around. It's Crescent Road, right?
If that's Crescent Road, then that would put Frank's Metalworks right about here?
The mine's entrance is a few miles away, but it looks like the tunnels extend underground past the canal. Those old factories are basically right on top of the mine.
That's the likely source of our specters.
That also explains why we couldn't get a signal.
A signal? Whoa, I don't know if you're supposed to...
Michael, I really need to get this information to my coworker.
Okay. Did you have to go right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's kind of urgent.
Oh, all right.
Co-worker? I seem to remember hiring you into more of a subordinate role.
Sorry, Michael. I'll text you later, okay?
Okay. Bye, Jules. Shh. Sorry.
And where exactly are we going in such a hurry?
There's so much I have to do if we're going to investigate those mines. Ernest? Come on, Ernest. I'm here on time. Where are you?
Here I am,
Can I get a key to the back door so I don't have to come through the restaurant every time?
behind you, there on that hook.
Got it.
What is that monstrosity on your back?
This is an Outbound Trails top-of-the-line hiking backpack. Lightweight, durable, spacious, and waterproof. Featuring padded shoulder straps, lumbar support, and ultra-durable zippers. Comes in a variety of fashionable colors, like this lovely periwinkle.
But what's it for?
It's for the equipment. It's to replace your smelly old duffel bag of doom. I wasn't prepared when you tricked me into going into that creepy old Edinburgh Manor at night, all alone.
I was there with you.
That doesn't really count, Ernest. Anyway, now if I'm gonna go spelunking in some cursed old mines by myself, I need to bring more than your bag of tricks. Got water, caving gloves, first aid kit, miner's helmets, rope, some tools, climbing gear, a compass.
I get the idea. Very well, you can transfer my equipment to your fine periwinkle bag while we wait for Mario.
Hello.
Mario, thanks so much for coming. Do you have them?
Well, here's your tape recorder. Frank had picked it up and kept it in his office. He said there was no bowling ball, though.
That man stole my bowling ball.
We don't really know that, Ernest.
Sorry?
We don't really know that Ernest's bowling ball was left there.
I'll keep an eye out for it. You going hiking?
Yes. Went a little crazy at the camping store yesterday.
Do you know anything more about the ghosts or whatever? Or about what happened to Carter?
Not yet, I'm afraid. But we're following some promising leads. Thanks again for bringing the tape recorder.
No problem. I guess I'll grab some Chinese and then I gotta go back to work. See you later, Jules.
Well, don't just stand there. The tape recorder. Let's see if it picked up anything at the Metalworks.
Are you sure this thing works?
That Fabio erased the tape and stole my bowling ball.
Frank, why would he do that?
It's a very fine ball.
I mean, why erase the tape? Hang on. If it did have evidence of a haunting, the last thing that guy would want is the attention and hassle it would bring. Not to mention me showing up again.
He's an oily character, broadly speaking. He might have simply said something embarrassing or incriminating before he found the tape recorder.
Or your plastic wood antique doesn't actually work?
Well, better finish packing up. It's generally best to explore any cursed mines before nightfall.
Okay, according to this map, there should be an entrance to the mines somewhere around here.
I don't know if it will be that easy to find after all this time. The entrance might have caved in or been blocked off. We might be out here for hours and never see a trace.
What's that?
What?
Right there on the side of that hill.
Oh, That must be the entrance to the mine. I knew we'd find it. It's been boarded up.
Hey, it looks like a dog or some other animal tried to dig a hole beneath the boards. I think I can squeeze under there. Let me take this. If my backpack will make it through, then I can. Yep. Okay, here goes. All right, your turn.
Here I am.
Show off.
Never. Phasing through solid objects is simply in the nature of a spirit.
Must be nice. Okay, time to put on the miner's helmet. I got one for you too before remembering that you can't wear it. Oh, sorry, it has a flashlight built into it.
Flashlights are fine, actually.
But when we first met, you said...
If you'd shined one directly at me, it would have broken the illusion of appearing solid.
Really? Huh, you're right. The beam passes through you. Well, in that case, since it's so dark in here and you won't mind if I use the headlamp and this awesomely bright flashlight I bought? Whoa, look at this place.
These entrances are often large caverns in which to stage the men and equipment. Then those tunnels lead to the ore deposits.
Okay. If the map is right, it looks like we've got to travel westward for around 2.5 miles. So we should use that farthest tunnel on the left. Then we'll reach the section of the mine beneath the industrial district.
Strictly speaking, I can't tire out from walking. But for your sake, why not use one of those?
One of what?
Over here. They're called skip wagons. It's an ingenious rail system to transport cartloads of precious ore from the depths of the earth back up to the surface.
Mine carts? Really? Ernest, this isn't a video game.
Look, the trek runs westward through the next tunnel over. Close enough.
Even if I were crazy enough to try, those diesel engines won't start after all this time.
No need. The trek runs downhill. You could just climb inside and let gravity do all the work.
I am not getting into that death trap.
All right. If you're up for the hike, then let's go.
I gotta admit, this is scary. I've never been in a deep, dark cave like this before. But it's also kind of cool. I love caves. I've seen spelunkers exploring caves on TV, and it looks so interesting. Descending into the depths of the earth, exploring new caverns, discovering grand stalactite cathedrals. All that.
I'm afraid mineral mines aren't as exotic and exciting as natural cave systems. Still, this might be good practice for real spelunking. You've already done most of the shopping.
Too bad about the whole cursed by evil spirits thing.
They may not be evil, really. Just very, very angry.
It's still a curse either way.
I suppose. Seems pretty quiet so far.
Ernest, did you have to say that?
Probably a natural draft. Nothing to worry about.
My flashlight. My headlamp. I can't see a thing now.
What have I said about relying on such gadgets? Don't suppose you have my matches in your state-of-the-art backpack?
And a couple of lighters, better yet. But those won't make enough light to see very far. We need a torch or lamp or something.
Let's just turn around and go back how we came. There's enough light by the mine entrance to be able to figure out our next move.
Agreed. Oh, they're back on.
Let's try going west again.
As long as we can see. Oh, this is so stupid. What's wrong with this thing?
Why is your first impulse with faulty equipment to start hitting it?
Oh my god. You don't think it's the curse?
The legends did say the miners had trouble with their equipment. By the late 1800s, they would have used helmet lights with alkaline battery packs. Not too different from yours.
Well, you're a ghost. I don't suppose you can glow?
I'm ethereal, not radioactive.
That housekeeper Marguerite glowed.
And she floated several inches off the ground if you didn't notice. And Henry Edinburgh several feet. Not to mention bigging himself up like that. Literally. Ghosts and other spirits not only manifest in a variety of shapes and sizes, they differ in their abilities as well.
So far, we haven't seen any red wraiths who can wreak havoc with factory equipment.
Indeed. But if we do...
Do you hear that?
What?
That noise. It sounds like...
Shh. Hear that?
Ernest.
That can't be. Here? The tunnel's collapsing! Back to the entrance, quick as you can!
There's no time!
Run! Juliet!